Hi, and welcome back to my stories on how I started a food business. The episode for today is on pest control. Food businesses must have a policy in place to prevent pest infestation in your food business. The first thing to do is to write down what you do to keep pests out. So you have like a little policy in a folder that you write down your daily checks. For instance, when you open up your premises, you have a quick look around to make sure there are no droppings of mice or any infestation that you can physically see. You check this opening procedure and tick it that you've checked it on a daily basis and everything is fine. The other thing to do is also do keep your premises free of holes. If you have maybe pipes, some pipes, plumbings will have holes around them, and mice have been known to dislocate their brain to fit into small spaces to get into your premises. So use cement or putty or anything that you think cannot be chewed by mice to cover all such holes to prevent this pests from coming into your food business. The other thing that you need to do often and frequently is to make sure that every time you use your door, open a shutter, keep it closed when not in use, because mice can run into your premises, and if that happens, they multiply very quickly and you might have infestation. The other area that you have to monitor is suppliers and incoming goods, because we've seen people have infestation because the supplier delivered something to them that brought in a cockroach or something of that nature. So you have to check all incoming goods to make sure there is no pest infestation or any pest attached to any of your deliveries. At Beautiful Foods, we do our own daily check when we do opening up of the business in the morning, but we also go the extra mile to have an outside contractor that comes in monthly to put treatments around the premises just to deter mice and other insects from coming into the premises. The final thing that you have to do is to make sure you operate a very good cleaning system. Once you finish for the every shift, clean the floor. Make sure you don't have debris of food lying around the floor, because mice love food. That is why they come into your premises in the first instance. They like food and they like warmth, so they come in for warmth and food. So if you have left a lot of debris everywhere for them, then you have just created a party for them to come back to every time they are hungry. So try as much as possible to have a good cleaning system in place, so that all your food debris is stored away, cleaned away, and the floor is always kept tidy. The other thing that you have to also note is that waste is a way of attracting pests into your premises. So if you have rubbish bin, ensure you have one that has a cover, so that all your rubbish are kept in a container and then is covered, so that no pest can come into the premises through your waste disposal. Finally, I would want to say that many people act after the problem have started. With Beautiful Foods, from day one, I was trained well. Like I said, I did a lot of training, and one of the things I was taught was just have a prevention system in place, so you don't have to always, not like when you have fire, that's when you start throwing water. No, put treatments in place so that you deter mice, for instance, from coming to your premises. And one way of doing it is just use professionals. Like I said, we use professionals to do pest control, and they charge I think around £90 on average every month. You might think the money is a waste because we don't have mice, and over years we don't have mice or cockroach problem, but it's money well spent, because you don't know what would have happened if you don't have treatments or professionals taking care of your premises in place. And if at all you suffer one incident of infestation, the health officer have a right to shut you down for the period while you are taking care of that infestation, because pests are one of the most serious ways of causing microbiological contamination of food. And if you poison people because you have pest infestation in your food premises, you might end up having food offenses and prosecution against your business. I've seen in newspapers where you have restaurants being closed down because they had mice droppings all over their premises. You might even get fined, your business might get shut down, and when your business is shut down, that means you have disruption of business. You cannot trade, and I don't even think your insurance policy will cover you because it's been your own negligence. So try as much as possible to do all you can to keep this unfriendly pest out of your food business. Thank you for watching our channel again on how I started my food business and how I'm still developing and growing the business today. Thank you and see you next time. Bye bye.